Hello. You guess?
Hello.
I did it the other way round then. Yeah. Right. This week we're going to talk about the devil creatures of Quang Binh.
Quang Binh?
In Vietnam. We're going to go to the Vietnam War, guys.
You weren't there, man.
You don't know.
You weren't there. Ah, Charlie, don't surf. Let's just get it all out of our system.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's it.
Smells like victory.
I'll take my ear necklace off.
Oh, hang on. I've got foreskins. I'm hardcore.
Gay. You had to hold the willy as you removed the foreskin, didn't you?
Bayonet gas. Sawed it off with the bayonet.
How many willies did you hold in your left hand while your right hand?
I didn't touch it. I had a little hook device like a litter picker.
You had more cocks in Vietnam than the fucking local hookers.
Some lady boys. Can I say that nowadays?
No, but you did, so it's okay.
Thai women still describe themselves as that, so it's geographical.
No, I'm not going to say that one. Right, okay, so...
Devil creatures.
Devil
Yes,
creatures.
thank you, Mike.
Devil creatures. Thanks for new returning listeners quickly and plug the fact that we're on Facebook as Cutting the Bull in the post-truth apocalypse. YouTube as Apocalypse Bull. And Spotify and SoundCloud and all your other podcasting sources. Cutting to the Bull in the PTA because we couldn't fit the name in. That's right, so let's start with Dubai. We got listeners in Dubai. Prague.
I'm surprised that's not illegal.
Yeah, I'm thinking that guy could get stoned.
He's probably already dead.
Oh, shit.
Amsterdam in Holland. Samarkand, where's that flag, Mike?
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
How do you know that?
We had it last week.
Oh.
Stockholm in Sweden. Telford, our hometown. Johannesburg in South Africa. Edinburgh in the UK. Brussels, Belgium. Frankfurt am Main in Germany. Ashburn, Virginia. Madrid in Spain. Council Bluffs and Guadalajara in Spain.
Hello.
Thank
Give
you
it
to
up.
everybody.
Thank you very much. Tell a friend, tell a loved one. So let's set the scene. We've choppered into a. You got Fortunate Son playing on a helicopter.
Yeah. That was the one good thing that came out of Vietnam, was the music.
Fantastic soundtrack to that war.
I don't think the war created the music. I just think they
Well,
put it in the films.
No, they wrote
Well, they
about
did play it.
the war, didn't they? You know, all the
Oh yeah, all right. I see what you mean. Yeah.
it was
Okay, I
inspiration
take that
for the
back.
songs. I
I'm
mean,
with you.
It's not worth it, I guess.
No.
You know, all the lives lost.
What, 57,000 Americans and about 3 million Vietnamese?
Son.
You know what? I've traded it all for Fortunate Son.
Great soundtrack is what I'm saying.
Painted black.
It did have the best soundtrack.
Because
It
the
did,
war on
of all
terror
of them.
started with new metal.
Yeah, because like the soundtrack to World War II was like, I ain't your baby, no, and all that.
Possibly the last just war and the worst soundtrack.
What were they to do? They hadn't discovered electric guitar yet.
That's true. That is
Machine
true.
guns, but no guitar.
Just George Formby.
Fuck, Jesus.
Cleaning
Man, I'd have been in one of them trenches, like fucking staring at a record player, playing George Formby as bombs went off in the background. I'd just put my revolver right to the back of my throat. Private Vincent, fuck off! Sorry. Back to the devils.
Back to the Vietnam War.
Sorry, Vietnam.
We're landed behind enemy lines north
Yeah.
of the demilitarised zone. We're on a search and destroy mission.
Deep in the jungle.
Deep in the jungle. Just run through the jungle.
Stupid boy moment. I hear that term all the time. demilitarized zone.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean?
You're not allowed to do anything military in there.
Oh, it's like a neutral square, like
Yeah.
No war in that bit.
No war in that bit. Borders separates the two countries.
Right. Okay.
Still there now, isn't it? No, not in Vietnam, but in Korea, really.
It's in
isn't it?
Korea, yeah. The Korean borders are DMZ.
Right. Nice.
Now, so they're trekking through the jungle. They've been inserted by helicopter on search and destroy missions. They're in patrolling, so they're in a single file. And the point man, the guy at the front, does because you don't speak to each other when you're on patrol. It's all hand signals.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, so he holds his hand up in a fist, like a bit of a Black Power salute in a way.
I mean, bend over and lube up.
No, it means to stop and take a knee.
It
And
means
you all
I've seen a particularly frisky-looking monkey in the distance. We've scored. Sorry.
No, what you do
War's
is
got to them.
you stop and you take a knee.
Out of respect for black people.
No, just because makes you a smaller target.
Right, sorry.
You're in a jungle, you're going along a trail, you'll drop and you'll cover your sectors, right?
Okay.
You've all got a 90-degree arc. One guy will be one way, and vice versa, yeah? You're all looking
And
opposite ways.
you practice this.
Yeah, you practice this.
Drill it.
The guy at the back is looking tail end Charlie, usually the first guy to die. You don't want to be tail end Charlie.
It's the one everyone hates in the group.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then surely you don't want the one at the front either, because you want to be setting off the traps.
Yeah, the scouts, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you're the best guy in the platoon if you're the scout.
So you have to do it like Rimmer and Crichton in Red Dwarf, where they try and be the front and the back at the
Yeah,
same
that's the
time and
issue.
just run in circles around each other and move along.
If you're a fair patrol leader,
Voice
you'll
of the
alternate.
dwarf.
Voice of the dwarf. If you're a fair platoon leader, and you'll alternate it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shift. Well,
If you're
plus
not,
you'll
you
probably
stick-
all start dying off.
That's
You know
it.
what I mean?
That's it. So they come to a halt. They all start covering their sectors, and they see a group of what they think is 4 men walking single file and utterly silent in the jungle. So the jungle is like, because it's just animal noise and nothing else. You can tell if someone's about. They're being noisy. Part of a good jungle fighting thing is that your guys can move like, relatively silently
Yeah,
through the
Viet Cong
jungle.
were pretty good at that.
Viet Cong are very good at it.
Like ninja.
Exactly. Like a Southeast Asian ninja.
I found this bit creepy. Like I know, like people move. Maybe soldiers would move in single file. Like, but I just found it weird, just silently moving through the jungle in single file. Like, you don't walk single file with your mates, do you?
No.
No.
Do you know what
No,
I mean?
you don't.
That's
It's
just
cool,
weird,
mate,
isn't it?
innit?
Yeah, it's like it's just. I found that a bit creepy.
Automatic.
Single file is just weird.
It makes you less of a target, doesn't it?
It's true.
I guess that's why, isn't it, man?
And they're following each other.
Well, if you encounter the enemy head on, if they've ambushed you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
They're hitting you from everywhere, aren't they? That's what the jungle is. It's a series of ambushes and counter ambushes and breaking from contact.
Fucking nightmare, innit?
Fuck that.
War is fucking hell, isn't it?
Again. Private Vincent, no! Bang!
Why could they never have them anywhere nice? It's always the jungle.
What, like Southend on Sea?
It's always the
I'm just
jungle.
going to pop in the
It's always
arcade.
the jungle, the desert, or somewhere hot over the freezing tundra of Russia.
That's
It's
where all
always
the
horrible.
stuff is. It's where all the oil and the fucking heroin is, isn't it? And the minerals. I mean, I'm sure they'd all love to go and have a nice war in Cyprus, but like, what
That'd
the
be
fuck's
fantastic.
there?
I can't have a war. Have a war. It's not too hot, not too cold. You can all knock it on the head by 2 o'clock and have to go and hit the piss.
The Great War of South France.
All we had to drink was wine.
I'm in a Chateau Neuf de
I
Paris.
was showered in blood, wine, and cheese.
It was hell on earth.
So these guys who they're watching,
Mm.
they're not carrying weapons or wearing uniforms. They thought they were wearing helmets. Turns out they were bald heads, and I found that offensive.
Well, they're bald bonces, these 4 slapheads. The moonlight was like blinding everyone off their bony bonces, but then it became apparent in the moonlight that like maybe they were a bit not right.
Well, they were glowing.
Glowing, that's the
They're
bit. Yeah, that's
literally
fucking-
glowing.
So you're walking through the jungle, you're shitting yourself about fucking Viet Cong and traps and fucking
And
god
snakes,
and snakes and fuck
spiders.
knows what else and all this shit you've never seen before.
The
And then you
ants,
see 4 single file, completely silent, bald, gliding, glowing fucking weirdos who just running through the jungle. Fucking hell! Again, Private Vincent! Oh no, the second I saw them, I would have emptied the fucking magazine. Because there's 3 stories here, and isn't it?
Yeah.
In total? And they react differently without giving too many spoilers. But these guys just kind of freeze in weird, like, what the fuck, don't they?
Yeah.
No, I'd have emptied the magazine and made them into handbags.
You're coming back with covered in gator skin.
The second I see glowing, fucking silent reptile men, just fuck.
A minute ago, you were putting a piss in your mouth.
Well, maybe, and then he turned the gun on himself.
You're coming back to camp wearing a fucking gator skin
Glowing
jacket,
blood
cowboy
on me.
hat, cowboy boots,
Iron metal.
gator skin jeans, carrying two fucking
Yeah.
luggage bags.
And they asked me, who's from England, somehow found his way to the Vietnam War. What were they? What were they? Don't know. They weren't alive long enough for me to find out. And then I lick their glowing blood from my massive knife.
Don't forget the scalps you've got hanging off.
Yeah, no foreskins though, you weirdo.
It's hardcore,
A
man.
necklace of rectums.
I cut the asshole out of every man I kill.
It's better than foreskins. It's more metal, that is. That's a good title for a song, actually.
The necklace of rectums.
Track 1, I cut the asshole out of every man I kill. So the army men have seen some weirdos.
Yeah. So they thought they were wearing snake skin. They thought they were wearing snake skin, and then realised it was in fact their skin. And they report them as being 7 foot tall.
Jesus Christ.
So
Now
they're
you're
all,
thinking twice, aren't you?
I think I'll go
Gotta
back to
skin
my
them.
initial
Yeah.
plan.
the men didn't know if their presence was noticed or ignored, but they just kept on moving.
Weird.
Eventually, they continued moving on and never saw the creatures again. Presumably went and destroyed a Vietnamese village and burned it to the ground.
Maybe they were just, happy creatures, just creaturing about.
Possibly.
I think they weren't a threat, were they?
They didn't. I mean,
Attack them.
they might have been perfectly aware of this group of fucking hairless monkeys with their machine weapons
With
pointed
their-
at them.
Yeah, with their toys.
Yeah, with their little toys, and
Yeah.
they just thought, oh dear,
Puny humans.
oh dear, we could crush you with our thoughts.
Yeah.
We'll just make your brains drip out your ears. And leave one of you alive, and no one will ever believe you.
Yeah, you'll just be the crazy
Yeah,
guy
you'll
that went.
spend the rest of your life in asylums, you fucker. Point that thing at me.
So
Or just happy lizards.
happy lizards, but are they happy?
No, I've never had I've never had a lizard, so I don't know. And they were a bit creepy, a bit weird. When I was in Italy, there was like a dead one on the floor, and I was like, what the fuck? And the person whose house it was like, oh yeah, here, that's what the cats bring in instead of mice. It's like, oh, like about that big.
Well,
Little lizard.
Alright.
But if I saw it, well, that's that big. For the listener, I'm holding up something like about 2 inches at max, inch and a half.
Yeah, now think of a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, exactly. If I see
Standing
something
up on
giant,
its-
it's just a fucking dinosaur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically. And then they've got like the most poisonous tongue.
Apparently.
Like, and it'll just wrap it round your leg and you
No, it's the saliva.
Is it
apparently.
the saliva? Well, that's going to be on its tongue, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the dinosaurs, aren't they? I wouldn't mind one. I used to go for a phase where I used to want one of them. I think it's called a bearded dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
About yay big.
I
But
looked
it's all
after one for 2
It's all the
weeks.
fucking about. And it is.
It's
feeding the live food.
Live crickets.
Because you've got to be fucking
gotta go-
quick with them crickets, man. You've got some forceps. You open the plastic tub and you've got to be like,
you
right
just
in,
go,
fucking
yeah.
close the tub.
Fuck
Because
that.
them things get out, that's fucking it.
No, I don't want to do that.
When I was a
So you
kid,
can feed them dead ones, but they're meant to be happier to hunt.
I wanted the dinosaur that killed Dennis Nedry in the car.
Oh, with the big neck.
The
I had the toy
Dilophosaurus.
of that. Yeah, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
good call, man. I had the toy of that. That's ace. Oh, he thinks it's so
Yeah.
cute, doesn't he?
Throws at the stick.
Terrifying.
I think it would have been cuter if like he'd have petted it.
He was
Ob-
fucked.
Obviously, I'd have to get it poison, wouldn't you? 'Cause
Yeah, they had the venom sacs taken out.
yeah.
Well,
It makes that
It
funny
would
noise,
spit that.
like
It would just spit its own saliva at you then in a big gloop from 30 feet away.
All
Yeah.
the ones. Yeah, that's
Well, I
not
was
the
a bit
ones.
stupid as a kid.
That's not the ones who have my. Of all the ones.
What you want, a
You
raptor
start
motorcycle gang?
From a baby.
You want the ones to number 3 then? The little ones.
The little tiny.
Yeah.
Well, you want like Chris Pratt has them, have them from a baby, like a dog,
Mm.
you know, and they'll might not kill you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
might.
You can just put your hand in the air in a stop motion and they'll obey you.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does with every dinosaur in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to enjoy those.
Ah, mate, but so
I
they
kept
don't
telling
make it
myself.
easy for you, do they?
No, I kept telling myself, it's fucking dinosaurs, guys. You fucking love dinosaurs. You always have since you were like, you know, a proto-human. But anyway, well, I digress.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the real
Back-
lizards.
Back to Vietnam.
It's the second.
Second case
Yeah.
then.
Mm.
So there's 2 4-man teams and they're in their little patrol boats going up the river, Apocalypse Now style.
Yeah, man.
Looking to conduct guerrilla warfare, make some noise, be
Yeah.
bad boys in enemy-held territory,
Mm.
play the Viet Cong at their own game, damn it.
Yeah, man.
So they're on constant watch, obviously, because it's night time and they can't really see that much. Night vision isn't a thing. Well, it is a thing, but it's not on everybody's rifle like it is nowadays. And they're like, wow, it's fucking quiet. It's too quiet. There's got to be some VC about. Right, so it's just coming up light. Then to dawn. But that's when you get attacked usually, dawn or dusk.
Mm.
That's when you all,
Dawn.
then you all sort of stand to dusk and you all stand to at dawn.
Yeah.
I stand to every morning.
Well,
Sorry.
it's like, all right, there's got to be some Charlie about. They're probably going to ambush us. So we're gonna-
Charlie?
It's Viet Cong.
Oh, sorry. Charlie don't surf. That's what that means.
Yeah, VC, Viet Cong, VC,
Charlie.
Victor Charlie
I'm with you.
in the phonetic alphabet. That's
Yeah.
where it comes
I'm
from.
all caught up.
Yeah,
Why don't they surf?
I guess they just don't.
Not in their culture. I think.
No, they haven't been
suppose
corrupted by Western influence, guys.
Okay.
At that point.
Good point.
So they thought, right, we're going to get off the boats, we're going to launch a little recce, a reconnaissance inland into the jungle, see if we can ambush Charlie on his home turf.
Mhm.
And they start beginning to notice like some quite big piles of animal dung scattered around the area. This is what they said in the statement. They're like, what the fuck? That's some big ass shit.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing in the jungle in Vietnam?
You probably get the odd tiger, don't you?
You get tigers,
Why did the tiger get lost?
orangutans.
Because jungle is massive.
Bloody hell. That's a dad joke.
Classic. This is what you've missed.
Quality potting.
Quality pudding.
So yeah, orangutan.
Orangutans, maybe, yeah. Monkeys, definitely types of monkey in there.
A what now?
Monkeys. Orangutans, monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Little apes, whatever they class them
Like
as.
big apes.
Yeah, but they don't walk like.
Like you.
That was class.
It was. That was perfectly timed. I'm going to put you as a contender for joke of the show.
That was brilliant. Oh dear.
So, these guys are patrolling through the jungle, and then all of a sudden, these 4 creatures, again, upright and lizardy, came stumbling out of the bushes, not so silent this time.
Mm.
So they're all lying in wait, thinking, fucking hell, what are them? 7 feet tall, yellow glowing skin, 3-digit hands with claws and snake eyes.
Fuck.
Well, I'd shat me pants.
Yeah. Again. Well, I'm either going to freeze in absolute terror.
Mm.
Oh no, I've never been that scared in that situation. Or again, I'm just a nervous reaction. I'm just going to empty the fucking clip, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you're trained to do, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
against targets that you've been trained to identify.
Oh,
what the
yeah.
Fuck these are, do you?
I mean, what's going through your mind? Like, what the fuck is... I think you just freeze. You just stay where you are and hoping these 7-foot-tall glowing lizard men didn't lock eyes with you.
That's what happened to the first lot. Is that the same thing with the second?
To a point, yeah.
Forgotten.
they passed on these lizards just passed them by,
Right.
and so they started they were like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. So they start doing sort of a tactical withdrawal, let's call it. Everyone's covering each other, you know.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And so, they're not just walking backwards. They're facing where they've come from. They're moving back, and then they realise they're being followed by these things. So they run like fuck, firing as they go, and then running away.
Understandable response.
Exactly.
What were the guns? Did they have M16s?
They'd have had
Is
the
it possible
M16.
to fire one of those over your shoulder?
Oh yeah,
and run
yeah.
forwards?
Yeah, you could do.
That's
You wouldn't
a new-
hit anything, but
It's
you
a new
could do.
technique I've just invented.
Actually, hang on. No, you could. If over your right shoulder, yes. Over your left shoulder, you could, unless you fancy getting hit repeatedly in
I mean,
the
I know
face
I
by
deafened myself, and the
You're going to
shells
also
might
going to deafen
burn my
yourself.
face off,
Yeah,
but-
it's going to get quite warm.
Mm.
If you do it the other side, the spent cartridge is just going to keep hitting you in the face, and they're
Right,
quite
okay.
hot.
Yeah, burn my face off. Right, but
Probably gets better off turning
It's
round and
better than
firing
look-
from the hip.
it's better than looking at them.
It is.
3-clawed, yellow, glowing,
could just
7-foot fucking lizard freaks.
In all fairness, the M16 of the time was pretty much plastic.
Actually, I'd just turn around. I'd turn around and go, "Sorry, look, will you just fuck off? Stop following me. Fuck off."
Good day to you, sir.
I said, "Good day. We've done nothing to you. I apologise. We encroached on your territory. Now,
Yes.
please, on your way." Thank you, goddamn Private Vincent. So glad you're here.
Son, we're putting you in for the Medal of Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, old bean.
Who did you limey get? How did you get limey? I just turned up one
Well, I
day.
had some crusty old English that had been there. I found my way there in World War II by accident.
Got lost in the jungle and just
And in the
enjoyed
70s, I'm like, it's bloody kicking off again. Fucking hell. I'm in. Back to the fucking story. Shit. Quick. I'm getting excited. I'm padding for a while. Calm down.
So they're running away, they're shooting as they go. The bullets are just bouncing off these creatures.
Jesus, fuck.
They're fairly big rounds. They should do something.
So like
It's the same round that
Robocop
shot
as well.
JFK through the head of 5.56, if you believe that version.
Allegedly.
They jump back on the boats are pulling away. The boats have got 50 cows on them, probably, if it's like the Apocalypse Now style
Oh,
boat.
that'll tear him in half.
Is that like
That's
the
the
one
thing Rambo
Rambo-
used,
Yeah.
yeah. That's punching holes through
Big
people.
mist.
Yeah, heads popping, being able to put your entire arm to a hole in a man's chest.
For a,
You know?
for a selfie.
Yeah, I'd do that. Hey! We'll pretend I'm One Punch Man.
After the
With your
fucking...
necklace of four
I was going to
strings.
say, after that revelation, I'm surprised you wouldn't fuck the chest wound.
No, it's far too big for me. But I'd certainly pretend to be One Punch Man. Like, punch through.
Go on, guys, get a picture.
To be fair, that is typical squaddy humour.
Yeah, man, the road to Bowser after the first Gulf War, we bombed the fuck out of that. The squaddies turned up, started putting sunglasses on charred corpses, cigarettes in their
Jesus
nose,
Christ.
having their pictures taken with them.
Oh, Lord.
It's dark humour, mate.
It's a dark humour. Sick fuck. War is sick.
Yeah, it is, mate.
So glad I'm not in.
Not yet.
No, I'm too. Sarah made a good point. It crushed me, but it was good. I was like, she said, "What do you think about this conscription thing?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I'll say get fucked." No, but she's like, "Oh, you're too old now." Oh.
Guys, we'll be in the dad's army.
Yeah, but at least we'll be here.
Yeah,
Hiding in a bush.
We'll be in Southend on
Oh, I'm
sea.
up for that. I'm well up for that shit.
Do you honestly think the generation we're
Don't tell him your name, Gaz.
Do you honestly think the generation we've got up and coming is going to have to is going to win? Mate, they're going to call us up millennials. We had lead in the paint,
No, I can't.
lead in the pencils. We've been exposed to lead in
They're
petrol.
pretty flat, aren't they? I'll flatten them.
Right,
I've
we'll.
got bone spears.
I'm mental. I'll never pass the fucking mental
They don't
test.
care at that point.
Oh no. You're better than these fucking Fruit Loops.
We'll
Big-head fucking-
openly mock a disabled person and we'll laugh about it because back in the day, deep down, regardless of political correctness,
Take us
right,
over these.
they'll call us in because we're the last fucking. We're not that hard as a generation, but we're the hardest we've got.
Oh
No,
dear.
I'm not going. I don't believe in war. Unless, well, I believe in other people doing it for me. When people are like, not in my name, I'm like, fucking you can have mine.
I'm not storming fucking.
Wave a flag with me face on like it's Glastonbury. Somebody trying to send a message on telly, God. As long as I'm not there. So, lizards.
So these lizards, they're finally get back on the boats. They're presumably fine with the 50 cows.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's fucking dozens of these things lining the shore.
Yeah.
The bullets are doing jack shit. They're lighting up the fucking dawn morning with their glow. And they get the fuck out of there.
Now, there are some animals, aren't there? You said it on that video we watched. Well, we know they exist anyway. That wasn't a revelation to me. I've introduced that very clumsily. Animals that create their own light in
Yes.
the sea, isn't there?
Ah, bioluminescence, yeah.
Right. So it's possible. I don't
Fucking
know
hell, he's got his science officer badge on
Oh,
today,
yeah,
hasn't he?
yeah.
I don't know what happens when you
Straight
take one
there.
out of the water. Do they go unglowy? Does the water make... Does
Good
the water...
question.
I haven't got a clue. So you
No,
see
I
my
don't know.
point.
Well,
But
the
what I'm
reason
saying
why they
is...
glow is because they're in the dark.
They're in
gloomy
extreme
waters,
dark, yeah. There's literally no light.
No light.
So, it's not beyond the realms of possibility then that an above land animal could have the same thing. Well, glowworm, I'm being thick, glowworms, things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, in caves, yeah. If they
Fireflies.
lived in caves,
Yeah.
dark caves, then yeah, it's possible.
So a little glowing lizard, we're not fucking animal experts, are we? There might be a little glowing lizard that we don't know about.
Yeah.
What about
What if it
7 foot
evolved?
tall ones?
Or what if they... Because when we go into the next story, what blew my mind more than lizards, I'm going to be honest with you boys, because we're aware of the concept of big lizards.
Exactly.
You know.
Running the world.
I'm very aware of big lizards. What blew my mind is that cave.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of this cave before, and neither did anybody else until
yeah.
that what blew my fucking head off. It wasn't discovered till the when? 90s.
Something like that, yeah.
So one of the biggest cave on earth,
Mm-hmm.
not discovered till the 90s. What the fuck else? I mean, in my head, I don't know, maybe I'm being naive, I just thought, oh, we've covered every single square inch of the fucking planet, surely.
You'd think so.
We've been here a long
There's a
time.
lot of remote regions in the world.
I
that
suppose,
still-
yeah, and this guy was just stumbling about when he was am I
Yeah.
getting ahead?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll get into it in a bit.
Sorry. But yeah, that cave blew, but the bit that blew my mind was the ecosystem. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a fucking, there's shit that, oh man, there's got to be shit on Earth that we haven't found yet that maybe evolved.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who knows?
maybe this is a hollow earth entrance.
So I've got this idea, I haven't thought of it into any more detail than this. An idea for like a comic book or something like, I don't know, it might have already been done. But if like the monkeys didn't evolve into us humanoids, what if like the reptiles evolved into, but it's the same society,
Yeah.
you know, banks and schools and buses and cars, but they're like upright
Yeah.
reptile
It's called
people.
speculative evolution.
Oh, is that a
Yeah.
form of fiction?
It's a form of science.
Oh, well, yeah, I just think that would be cool because they'd look cool, like a
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus in a business suit.
They kind of did it with that Whoopi Goldberg film where dinosaurs grew
Oh, yeah.
with humans, and she like had like a little T-Rex as
Oh, and I
a
suppose it's like
police partner.
Super Mario Brothers.
dinosaur. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But dinosaurs. Remember, it was literally called dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Not
the
the mammoth.
series, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Right.
It was, yeah.
Right, dinosaurs like that, but set in modern world. So he's got a job and wears his clothes. But do you know what happens in the last episode of that
Oh,
series?
I do. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know,
It's
Mike?
really dark.
Do you know,
I
Mike?
can't remember.
Well, the meteor hits.
Ah, right. Oh, yeah. So
They
that's
all
the
just
end.
sit there and accept
Oh,
their
shit.
accept
Yeah.
their incoming
They're like
death.
looking out the window, and it's like
Yeah.
ashes falling.
Yeah, ashes falling. And
There's
like-
another theory called the Silurian hypothesis, which
Do
is
tell
taken
me
from
more.
Doctor Who.
Right. No.
There was an episode in it
Okay.
with Silurians or something.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not a big Doctor Who fan myself.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's like another species before us got to a high civilization, got wiped out, saved
Mm.
by a meteor, and all traces have long since disappeared.
But they were like an animal-based thing.
Yeah.
Like, so
They
say like
evolved-
parrots.
yeah.
Just for example,
Or lizards.
lizards. I just think they'd look cool. I think it'd be a cool story, and they'd have to fight against their lizard instinct, because our monkey instinct is what.
Because the Earth recycles the land
Well, I haven't watched it.
over millions of years.
I haven't watched it. 'Cause
Could be
it sounds a
disappeared
bit
from the
too.
fossil records.
Well,
so,
those are shit is.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, 1%
Yeah.
of all animals and life that ever existed through fossils.
Well, there's
The
this
99 is hidden.
thing on Netflix, but I haven't watched it yet. But it's called Empire. Have you watched it about the chimps?
No, I haven't.
And apparently that I knew a bit of this, but like, yeah, they like have wars and territory. Like they're violent as fuck. They punish each other with violence. Like, and we've just come from that, haven't we? It's just what
Yeah.
Yeah.
AP monkey types do.
Sadly, it's in our nature.
So if these lizard people evolved to that level, then they'd be like, when shit, you know, looking at me funny in the pub, like the fucking lizard's gonna come out, mate. I'm gonna fucking bite your throat out.
I'm gonna
I'll
claw
rip
you.
it.
I'm gonna claw you.
Your innards are gonna be splattered
Yeah.
over everyone on the dance floor, mate. Like, I just think that'll make for good.
Yeah.
Maybe a good,
Or
you know.
my frills are going to come out and I'm going to blind you with venom.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the Dilophosaurus.
One of
guys.
them would have a big chunky bone
Yeah.
fucking thing on his tail that he'd crush your skull.
What if it was like Clockwork Orange but with
Spikes.
dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Mate, Clockwork Orange with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's creepy, isn't it?
You got like a fucking
That feels
gangs
horrible.
of dinosaurs fighting out. Like one's got a bone tail, one spits acid.
One's got the skull.
Yeah,
Oh,
one's
yeah.
got the butted skull.
Yeah, headbutt your head through your
Yeah.
fucking face.
The other's got them raptor talons on his hands.
Yeah.
To make it awkward if you're picking your nose.
Mm. Yeah, there's an idea there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We've got one last
One last
account.
one last encounter. And this is taken from a direct quote. There's actually a statement for this one.
oh fuck me, that big lizard!
So obviously the guy has remained anonymous. So I'm going to quote him. In 1970, I was serving as a corporal in the US Army, deployed to South Vietnam in a region about 30 miles south of the DMZ. At that time, I was second in command of a squad of soldiers, and we'd set up a bivouac in a jungle area that had a few steep hills. That evening, my section was ordered to patrol one of the small valleys west of the encampment, and we moved out, led by our sergeant. Not long after encountering one of the small valleys, we detected movement ahead of us. It seemed to be scattered activity, so we doubted it was the VC, but we weren't positive. We hunkered down for about 15 minutes, getting occasional glimpses of something moving within the trees and brush. There wasn't enough light to detect what we were observing, even though the moonlight was bright that night. It's odd. Mind you, it's a jungle, innit? Jungles are dark.
Yep.
In the jungle.
The lizard sleeps tonight.
I hope.
So do I. After a while, the activity halted, so we continued to move slowly through the valley. As we approached a sheer wall on the hill, it looked like someone or something had stacked large stones and boulders in the path in front of us. There was also an opening in the hillside that looked like a cave entrance, approximately 5 foot high and 3 foot wide, narrowing at the top. When observing the passageway, it appeared to have been cut away by machinery. The edges were smooth with small, even-spaced grooves. I'd say that's a fucking man. That's a something-made cave then.
Yep.
We were puzzled by this because we'd never seen enemy caves like this, just underground tunnels. The sergeant suggested it may be a VC supply depot, so we started to assess how we were going to investigate the cave. And about this time, things got very strange. Exactly.
Someone got their cock out.
Someone showed them that necklace of foreskins they'd been collecting. We began to notice a putrid odour emanating from the cave entrance. The only thing I could compare it to was rotting eggs and human decay. It was so revolting that a few of the soldiers were becoming ill and started to back away into the jungle, including the sergeant, who at this point seems to have lost his shit completely.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what that strikes me about that sentence a second ago though? That when you're a soldier who's seen some action, you've got to describe a really bad smell. What's the two worst things you could think of? Ooh, like rotten eggs and the human decay. Fucking hell, human decay.
Smell of death.
Fuck.
Dark,
Just
man. It
never leaves you, man.
wouldn't, would it?
No. Oh fuck! I've never found a dead person. Don't like it when I see a dead badger.
No.
See a lot of them. I've got a theory. there's no way they're that thick and always end up right there at the side of the road. And farmers aren't allowed to kill them, are they?
Yeah.
I reckon they fucking kill them and sling them out the back of the Land Rover in the middle of the night.
That has been touted many a time, yeah. Yeah, that's
No way there's they're that thick. She told me they wait all fucking night and it's quiet and they're like, oh, quick.
And then they always at the fucking side of the road,
Yeah,
Never
right
seen
there.
a live badger.
Me neither, no.
No, just dead ones.
Only dead.
Fucking big bastards, aren't
That's
they?
it. I wouldn't want to see a live one, I don't think, though. I mean,
Well,
I'd
yeah.
shit myself.
Yeah.
I would shit myself.
I have seen them when I've been out rabbiting
They got claw feet.
many years ago.
Not illegal rabbiting, I hope.
No, it was
not
perfect.
lamping.
It was lamping, but it was perfectly
yeah.
but it was perfectly legal. The
Right.
farmer had given us
Yeah,
permission to
you
shoot
need-
on his
Oh,
land
As
okay.
long as you got the consent, that's fine.
Okay.
because
You
he
have
was.
the consent of the rabbits, though, did you?
They had no
Yeah. A
consent.
vermin gals.
They had no consent in this matter.
That's all good.
I took their lives and I smiled about it.
Well, look, this is my stance on animals. Don't touch mine. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, at least I traded the rabbits for beer.
Well, there you go. Who are you, Zach Tingle?
Literally, I would go out on a Sunday, go in the pub, right, and say I've got 4 rabbits.
Here, I'll barter you 3 of my rabbits for $3.80 and half a bitter.
No, I was a pint of rabbit.
And a bowl of grain.
A pint of rabbit.
A pint of rabbits. 1 pint of beer per rabbit.
Just pop that in the blender, will you? A pint of rabbit.
That's a bit flat, eh? You right, Ben? Just having a nice pint of rabbit.
Oh.
Liquidised rabbit. I got a pint per rabbit.
Gonna put that through a filter. So anyway.
Anyway, rotten eggs and human decay. The entire squad was not doing well. It took a position in they all got the fuck out of there and took a position in the heavy brush approximately 150 feet from the entrance of the cave, far enough not to be detected, but close enough to observe the cave entrance. We quietly remained there for what seemed like forever. The jungle was strangely calm, though we heard rumbling sounds coming from the distance. It was really eerie. That's probably like B-52s bombing something miles away. The sergeant was sitting near me, talking to himself. It was obvious that he was frightened. I'd say he's lost his fucking shit at that point. I'm right. I'm making an executive decision, sergeant. You're out, I'm in.
Oh my god, it
Imagine
smells
that.
just like rotten eggs. Rotten eggs, rotten eggs. Oh my god, rotten eggs. It's a big cave, rotten eggs. Have you seen any fucking lizards yet?
Sergeant Vincent, pull yourself together.
I'm gonna say, we haven't seen any fucking lizards yet, you prick.
You're out, I'm in.
Fucking rotten eggs, rotten eggs. Oh, yeah.
That's what you're going to say at that point. Knock him out.
Well, yeah.
Put him to the rear.
He's gone all Gorman.
Put
He's
him
gone
to sleep.
Gorman.
Gun to the head. They won't put me to sleep, they just fucking shoot me, but no one's gonna know, are they? Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hicks is in charge now.
At this point, yes, Hicks is in charge.
He was corporal, wasn't he?
Yeah. It was obvious that he was frightened, obviously, yes. I was looking at the rest of my squad. Each had wide eyes and scanning the area. No one was going to doze off on this patrol. I hope no one's dozing off on any patrol, to be fair.
Knock the shit out of you if you fall
Jesus,
asleep.
After several hours, dawn was approaching and it started to lighten up. I checked my watch. It was just before 0500 hours. Just then we noticed movement in front of the cave. A being, I first thought it was a man, moved through the entrance into the clearing in front of the cave. As it stood up from a crouch, it stood at least 7 foot high and started to look in our direction. At that time, another similar looking creature was moving out of the cave. They were making hellish hissing sounds and looking directly at us. There's Dilophosaurus in this thing.
Oh.
The only way I can describe these beings is that they look like upright lizards. The scaly, shiny skin was very dark, almost black, snake-like faces with forward-set eyes that were very large. They had arms and legs like a human, but with a scaly skin. I didn't notice a tail, though they wore one-piece dark green robes along with a dark cap-like covering on their heads. I never noticed if they had anything on their feet. No one gave the order. I don't know if is he criticising their shoes fucking taste? I didn't notice if they had anything on their feet. They were terrible shoes.
Well, I'd probably be more distracted with the hissing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy with that.
Oh god, why did no one fire?
They were about to.
Oh good.
No one gave the order. It seemed like the entire squad opened up at once. Every piece of vegetation between us and them was quickly sheared away.
I'm just picturing Predator now.
Yeah,
Man.
so am I. Ah!
Yeah.
I yelled out a ceasefire order. At the same time, I was looking in the direction of the cave. There was nothing there. We immediately checked our flank in case these things circled around us, but there was nothing. As we approached the cave, ready to resume action if needed, it became apparent the beings had escaped, most likely back into the cave. It was soon decided to set charges and close the cave entrance. When we returned to camp, we all seemed to be in a daze. There was little discussion of the incident, and we were never debriefed. So I know the sergeant never filed a report. Then again, if he did, it was kept quiet by the brass.
I've just had a thought. You know when Jesse Ventura says, "I'm a goddamn sexual tyrannosaur." Would it have been funny if one of these lizard things had jumped out into the chopper, grabbed him and gone, "No, you're not," and fucked him to death?
You don't think the rest of the squad might have stopped it?
As the helicopter crashes down.
Apparently that's a deleted scene.
That's what you get for boasting.
So, soldiers firing at the entrance of the cave, nothing happens, these things fuck off. They blow the cave, as you would sanely.
Yeah.
And then allegedly, a man named Quang went into the largest known cave in Vietnam. Inside of this cave, he witnessed what many know as a reptilian. These lizard-like humanoids are believed to exist within our world. Thank you, St. Ike, for bringing that to our attention. This encounter took place sometime between 1992 and 1993, and the name of the cave is a Song Doom Cave. It is located near the Laos-Vietnam border, and for what is known, there may be even photographic evidence of this reptilian as seen below. Now, to me, we're looking at the photo, and you can go and check this out online, listener. Creature from the Back Lagoon.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The original Creature from the Back Lagoon.
When I was looking at it, that's different. When I was looking at it earlier, I thought it was a side-on thing, but now I can see the creature
Yeah.
of the Black Lagoon.
Sort of see the eyes, the mouth. He's sort of got his hand out, like his claws, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously black and white, very grainy, listener.
Apparently it's a Polaroid.
Yeah.
A double Polaroid.
But this cave, I've seen this cave. I'm sure I've seen it on like Attenborough or something.
I'd never heard of it till
It's
today.
Beautiful, man.
It's fucking blown my head off. So, listener,
Massive.
I'd never heard of Song Dung. Sorry, it might go over this in a minute, but it's got its own ecosystem. It's that
Yeah.
fucking big. There's like jungle fauna growing on the cave floor because there's gaps where the sunlight can come through, isn't there?
Yeah.
Apparently, so things have been able to grow. They've found like rare species of tiger.
Mm-hmm.
What else did he say on that video? Tigers, all sorts of fucking animals that, you know.
Unknown to science until they found that cave.
So, is it beyond the realms of possibility
No,
that
it's
a
not,
massive fucking lizard? Because it might not have the brain of a. When you say humanoid lizard, I'm just saying as a possibility, we think.
Still has a lizard
We
brain.
think the David Icke type reptiles, don't we?
But in the world and...
So this could just literally still be a dumbass lizard that wants to eat flies and fucking hide about, but it just happens to stand up. And when it does, it's 7 foot fucking tall. It's bioluminescent.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
Yes.
But it
and
doesn't.
impervious to bullets.
Yeah, but it doesn't want. It's like, don't fuck with me. Who are you lot?
Are these like the hillbilly version of the reptilians?
So the one who's pretending to be the queen, or was before she died, God rest her soul. Love you, Madge.
Oh God, so many people were upset about that. So many people I thought were going to be. Crazy.
I'll never be the same again, Ben.
Honestly, I was like surprised by the amount of royalists I had in my friend group.
You know what's happened to me? I've changed over the years. Is like some people have pictures of her on the back of their vans and trucks. They do, with her date of birth and the year she died.
Wow.
If I walk past one, I will stop and I will salute it.
The fact that you can see an American salute.
Well, I don't know the fucking difference.
What
What did I do that? So what do we do? This?
We do the Benny Hill thing.
We do the more poncy one.
The thumb
Why
tucked
couldn't we
in.
have the cool one?
We invented it.
And they got to be
The
honest,
Americans like peaked caps
They made
all
it
the
cooler,
time,
though.
so they like, you know.
That is a bit cooler.
There's something about the open palm. I can't remember what it is. There's something symbolic about
I'm
it.
available for hand jobs.
That could be it. Never happened to me, but what the hell?
So this cave, it's got fucking tigers, it's got fucking jungles, and it's a cave with jungles, you mad fuckers. Think about
That's
that.
how big it is.
It's fucking massive. There's a jungle on the floor.
Yeah, is it a
To
possibility?
me, that sounds like the exact type of place to be a massive lizard we've not discovered before. We didn't know the cave existed till 1990.
It's true.
That blows my fucking mind. So
Yeah,
millions of years of untouched
Yep.
fucking
Evolution.
own little mini microcosm of an ecosystem.
Yep.
Could be all sorts of mad shit growing in there,
Yeah.
like there was on Earth before things fucked with it.
Oh, yeah.
So big fucking lizards might not be beyond the realms. Why they glow, I don't know.
Is there a Hollow Earth link here?
Potentially, if there
Could
is
be.
a Hollow Earth. That could be the fucking entrance. Have you
Yeah.
seen Kong versus
I have.
Godzilla where they go to the
I do, yeah.
fucking...
Yeah.
That was cool, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I do like Godzilla.
I love all of them.
Yeah,
But, but you know the modern ones, that series, sorry, little tiny diversion, I'll be quick. The new, they call it the Monsterverse,
Yeah.
the Monarch. And all. I love them films.
Mm.
Did we talk
Yeah.
about this last episode?
I think we did, yeah.
Did we? Or was it off air? I can't
I
remember.
can't remember. We'll talk off air about it. I love them films
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Tours for this cave were set up in 2013, and after this, visitors began to report unusual sightings of reptile-like humans wandering around inside the cave. While the details are sketchy, there was one person who was believed to have been abducted by a reptilian back in 2013, and this person was never heard from again. What the fuck? Why is no one drawing bigger attention to this? It's like someone went missing. Everyone on the tour group says, yeah, they were abducted by a fucking reptilian. Oh well,
To be
wait
fair,
till you lose some, didn't you?
yeah, well, I think this cave's that remote though, isn't it? They probably are like that. It's like getting lost up Everest. Fucking tough shit. Who's going to recover my baby boy's body? Do you know Indiana Jones?
There's a
If
difference.
not, you're fucked.
There's a difference between climbing the world's deadliest mountain and just going spelunking in a Vietnam cave on holiday and getting snatched by lizard
Spelunking!
food.
Ben, it's fucking 10 miles fucking tall, this cave. I'm exaggerating, but it's
I think
massive.
it's 6 miles.
It's the biggest cave on Earth.
that's
You
6
can't
miles
splunk
long.
in it.
Well,
You need extreme climbing gear.
well, all right, you're still going into the cave, and that's all tall.
Well,
and you're snatched
obviously,
by a reptilian coming out of a dark alleyway, dark passageway, taken off,
The
like
facts-
fucking aliened.
The facts speak for themselves, don't they? No fucker went to get them, did they? So,
No, that's my point.
so there you go. It's obviously not worth it.
Why
The
was the
lizards aren't
Vietnamese army sent in?
They're not going in there. There's lizards.
The fucking tourists just gone missing. Do
Hey,
you know where they went?
this isn't Britain. No one gives a fuck if a tourist goes missing.
Well, I just...
Honestly, it
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like the
mental.
sort of place you'd see in an Indiana Jones movie. How the fuck are you going to get there? I'm not going.
Well, no, I don't want to go, to be fair.
Sondong, if it had one less O in it, it would be Sondong.
Hey.
And we could all have a good chuckle.
I'm going to anyway. Dong.
That's a very good word.
I do like the word dong.
So, fucking caves. But Ben, it might not be one of them fucking tigers might have got him.
Well, yes, true, but they're saying there's been seen reptilians. No one's seen a tiger, they've seen reptilians.
Well, but mate, if it's a jungle that hasn't been touched by man for millions of years, right? There's going to be all sorts of fucking shit in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
That could kill a man, kill a stupid tourist with his selfie stick.
Yeah. It is the largest known cave in the world.
Could have been a caterpillar the size of a fucking crocodile.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Look at us.
Or no, not a caterpillar. One thing, a centipede. Oh God, I'm creeping myself out. I hate giant insects. Makes me want to die. Honestly.
I don't fancy fighting a giant centipede.
I mean, I've said this, I believe, on the pod years ago, but one of my biggest fears is, can you imagine a giant wasp? It's in one of them films, Jason and the somethings. You know, them old films with the
Yeah,
stop
there is like a
motion
giant waspy thing.
on the ship, like, they're on a ship, I believe. That would be my fucking nightmare. Imagine a wasp the size of a cat.
I think them things are bigger than that, aren't they? They're like the size of a
Maybe
fucking...
the size of a small dog. Medium dog.
I don't want one of them either.
But it's just horrific. The thought of it is fucking horrific. When it gets on you and stings you, it will pierce like your skin and bone, like come at you, right
yeah,
through you.
you're getting Starship Trooper, aren't you?
Yeah.
Take the shot, Rico!
So one of the dimensions of the cave, Gaz?
Quite a
490 feet, it's 150 metres high.
That's tall.
That's very tall.
It
It's
is.
5.6 miles or 9 kilometres long.
That's fucking
And it's
massive.
meant to be between 2 and 5 million years old.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it really is smack in the middle of the where the demilitarised zone was as well. That's crazy.
Well, what do you think? Lizards?
I'm down for it.
On that video I watched, the guy did say it's unusual to have 3 of these type of reports,
Yeah.
and they have exactly the same description, not fucking bullshit.
And to be fair,
Well, I don't mean they haven't got fucking. One's not like, oh, they were glowing red and they were 6
yeah,
foot,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all fairly consistent, isn't it?
7 foot.
And I'll be honest,
Oh.
I looked about for more stuff on this to the point where I was trawling message boards,
Mm.
and the main one was the last one,
Yeah,
story 3. That was the one that had garnered the most attention.
yeah.
2 of the reports came from a call-in, Art Bell.
Coast to coast, baby.
Oh man, legend.
Yeah, that's where they come from. The third, one of the 3 is unknown,
Mm.
and obviously we forgot to mention the reports from the local people.
True.
Apparently, over the years, they've seen lizards in that
Lizard
area.
men.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think there's credence to the theory. Hear me out. If we're going to accept that lizard people are real, like you said earlier, these could be the hillbilly banished to the, like, they're not being let into the fucking orgies and the rituals, and they've been banished to the hills.
Well, they're
They
meant to
can't
be
even speak English.
interdimensional.
Hissing,
Oh,
remember?
sorry.
I'm picturing that thing Captain Kirk for. That's what I'm picturing. Lad.
Absolute mong.
Yeah.
Why didn't it bite him? His fucking face is right there. It's just going. Never bit him. Just let Captain Kirk chuck fucking rocks at its head instead.
That's what I'm picturing. in
Oh.
this.
David Icke's lizards, they're meant to be interdimensional aliens, aren't they?
Yeah, but what I'm
Alpha
saying is they could still have
Decoders.
retard cousins, couldn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
You know, who maybe.
Well, they could be just, like you say, evolved from lizards. They could be totally separate from the alien
Yeah.
reptilians.
What if there's a link where, like, you know, it looked like they were going to suffer some kind of catastrophe or like they had a nuclear war, but they had the tech for the top guys to escape after Alpha Draconis, and those guys, the ones that went underground and became like their Morlocks.
Yeah.
Possible.
Or they could just be, like you said, completely unconnected to the interdimensional, rule the world, pretend to be a pop star, celebrity lizards.
You used to think Taylor Swift's a fucking lizard.
Well, I'd
We
still,
don't want the Swifties on our back.
I'd still
Oh,
shag
very
her.
true.
I'd still shag her. So no panic, Swifties.
That's the highest endorsement this man can give. I'd chug it.
Well, I would. If she turned into a lizard halfway through, I'd finish.
You know what? I'm gonna knock it. I'd do the fucking same. I know I would.
Well,
Then I'd be like, when I'm that post, unless she eats me,
yes.
I'm gonna be asking her to join the Illuminati at that point.
Well, I think, based on the eyewitness testimony, the fact that they didn't speak or turn into anything, they just sort of went, and like monged about, I think they might be just like animals. They evolved. They're massive. We've never discovered them. There's not that many of them. They're dying out. Maybe they're gone by now. And, you know, some soldiers send some.
It's
Maybe.
a possibility. I mean, these guys are trekking into areas of Vietnam that are rarely explored.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the fucking cave wasn't discovered
No.
until 1990.
Yeah.
Biggest cave on Earth. That's mad.
Yeah.
It was so fucking hard to find. I'm trawling message boards, you know. Which makes you think, you know, maybe it's hushed up, maybe these are cryptids, maybe they're reptilians who live in a cave.
Or maybe it's just post-traumatic stress from a couple of soldiers that phoned in.
But then you're talking like they've got the same stress, and I mean,
And there's always the possibility that it's a load of bullshitting cunts.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm on the fence for this one, guys.
You're not on the fence, are you? You're never on
I
the
need
fence.
more evidence before I can say, but I'm open to I'm open to all theories.
No.
Gaz,
like I say, I go for undiscovered reptile species.
Yeah, it could be a cryptid, could be something we haven't seen. I'm going to lean towards that.
Okay.
Let's end the show. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the flavor drink. Don't drink.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. Always be with you.
Yes, 3-bit talent.